Assalamu alaikum. Utensils is a chapter found in the books of Fiqh, and it's found after mentioning about the types of waters, pure and impure. So now I'm going to touch on actual utensils. This is because the water is carried by a container, and this is why we have to know whether the container that has the water in it has an impact on its purity. The vast majority of the container at the time of the Prophet ﷺ and afterwards was skin waters. Any container made of skin, we have to look into this skin if it was tanned or not. Was it from a halal or haram animal? Dog skin, lion skins are haram animals. We cannot use these skins. The most authentic opinion is that if it was slaughtered in a halal way, the skin is pure. If the dead cow or sheep's skin is najis until it is tanned once it becomes pure to use. When we talk about utensils, it is also mentioned the permissibility of using such utensils. So any type of utensils, whether made of precious stones or metals, etc., they're permissible to use. The prohibition is with using gold and silver utensils, where the Prophet ﷺ said, "Do not drink in gold and silver utensils, and do not eat in its plate, because it is for them in this world. That is for the disbelievers and towards on the day of judgment. Also, those who drink in silver utensils, they will drag their guts in hellfire. All of those individually it is totally prohibited to use gold and silver utensils, whether it's spoons, knives, etc. They used to weld some of the utensils with gold and silver. Using gold is prohibited even for welding a small crack into a utensil. Using silver to close this gap is permissible, as the Prophet ﷺ, he had a cup that broke and he welded it with some chain of silver. For example, if there's a bucket of water and the bucket is silver and gold, and we perform ablution with the water, the wudu is valid because it has nothing related to the purity of the water. The action what you've done is sinful in using a silver or a gold bucket, but the water itself is pure, and if the water is pure, the wudu is valid, but the action is sinful, but it does not impact its validity. We can use utensils of disbelievers if they are pure and has no najasa in it. The hadith of Jabir, may Allah be pleased with him, that we used to go to expeditions with the Prophet ﷺ, and as part of the booty of war, we used to gain and collect utensils from the disbelievers and the enemies of Islam, and we used to use them, and nobody said anything about it, which meant that the Prophet approved the use of such utensils. The problem with using disbelievers' utensils is when we are doubtful they may have consumed intoxicants or pork or dead meat. In this case, we wash it thoroughly until we are certain there is no impurity. The Prophet said, if you can find something else, do not eat from them, and wash them and eat from them. I'll leave you here fi manillah wa sallallahu wa baraka ala nabina Muhammad. Astaghfirullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.